Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about my kit and what I have in it. And also, I hope everyone is having a great Christmas. Before, if you saw my last video, I talked about plate carrier, chest rigs, load bearing belts, and what you should use, what you should pick, is it what's best for you, that type of stuff. I talked about, or I said I would go in depth about chest rig, load bearing belt setup. Or the chest rig setup is more ideal for me, and I think is more ideal for civilians in general. I'll go in depth in my go-to, just not the other stuff, but you'll see the other kits at the end of the video. So this is my go-to kit that I would go to before anything else, really. Let me get this out of the way. So first, we'll start off with the chest rig. We'll go chest rig belt. It's a slit carrier, no need to go really in depth about this. And then I'll wear it with like some type of bag. US Army issued TAPS rig. That, if you know anything about a TAPS rig, it comes with like this hybrid Y harness thing. It's not the greatest, but it does its job. But I switched it out for this back panel that I got off Amazon. Contrary to belief, there's some good Amazon gear out there, but kind of goes against the stigma of gear collectors and whatnot. But I got it. I might upgrade to a better one. I got it just to see how well it would work, and so far it's working pretty well. No complaints. Does what it's supposed to. In here, all I have in here is my Camelback or my hydration bladder. A couple of pouches. This hydration bladder, I don't remember where it's really from. I got it when I was in from the PX, and then I spray painted it matte colors. It's like brown, darker. You can't really see it, probably just looks a little bit black to you, but I spray painted it to combat the glow under night vision, even though it didn't really glow, but the matte paint helps with that. So helpful tip, if you have something that glows right under night vision, if you don't want to go buy IR compliant gear or clothing, you really don't want to do that, or if you don't have the budget for that stuff, you can get matte spray paint and spray paint it depending on the material. Some materials work better than others, but if you spray paint it, it will help combat the glow. Like this glowed a little bit, barely glows with the paint. But like I said, this is a US Army issued TAPS rig that I slightly modified. I don't really have a good angle for this, so we'll do this way. So in the front, well, one, it carries your combat load. Plus has two radio pouches on the side, which one I'm using for radio, and the other one I'm carrying extra med gear, but we'll get into that. So it carries your combat load. Well, actually, the main pouches carries a combat 6 mags plus one in the gun to combat load. I have this little speed mag right here that carries a combat load on the chest itself plus one in the gun, so 8 mags. But these two right here have inserts, so it's easier, because one problem with the TAPS rig is that when it's on your body, it kind of does that, goes around, and it's kind of hard to get these mags back in here without the inserts. Even with the inserts, it's kind of difficult, but the Kydex inserts make it a hell of a lot easier to insert and reinsert, or to take out and reinsert mags. But also, on the TAPS rig, you have these like pull tabs, these Velcro pull tabs they all go right here for you to like retain your mags. I cut those off and made my own pull tabs. All you need to do is buy shunt cord off Amazon, right? Cut the tabs off and then use the fabric from the cut off tabs and then electrical tape them to the shunt cord. That's kind of like a DIY setup. But Spiritus Systems makes a TAP rig kit, like an upgrade kit, which comes with this. So if you don't want to do it yourself, you can go to Spiritus and buy it. So going from my right to left, I got electrical tape hanging here. I did have a knife here, but it kind of got in the way of drawing my pistol, which is kind of the downside. of this setup that I have is that sometimes it gets in the way of getting to my belt and stuff, but not as bad as it used to be. I was up all night fixing this. But from left to right, I have electrical tape hanging here. It's kind of slick to make it easier to get to my pistol and stuff. Here I have extra medical for anyone, myself included, in the medical. I have a bandage, burn bandage, NPA, chest seal, and Israeli bandage, but I guess they don't call them that anymore. Then I have like I said, I have electrical tape dangling here for whenever I need tape. Then I have a U.S. Air Force issued tourniquet pouch from Venture Surplus. So they were like $2 on sale. So really, it's elastic up here, so it's really easy to just pull out and take out. But in there I have a cat tourniquet. Then I have my mag. I'm not going to take out. You see the mags. Oh. I don't know how well you will be able to see in there, but you can kind of see the Kydex insert in there. Back in. In the front right here, I have a U.S. Marine Corps general purpose pouch, also from Venture Surplus. In here, I have a compass, a pair of very cheap binos, a sewing kit. You need a sewing kit to fix your gear. Headlamp. I have this little placard that came. You'll see it if I show the other kit. I don't know how well you can see it or you can't see it. But this dangler pouch that I got off Amazon, I have a couple of them. Comes with this little insert and it holds stuff very nice. I forgot the brand, but in here I got batteries. I got batteries for headlamp, nods, whatnot. Even though I don't have any, but I have all the necessary batteries that I need. I have a Leatherman multi-tool. I have this, which people don't really run, but I saw a video about it, and it's a paint opener, and it's really helpful to get a casing stuck in your barrel out of it. It's really helpful with that type of stuff. So I have it, there's a little loop right here on this pouch where I have the compass and this tied down to, so I don't lose it. I have a little AR-15 tool, little tool to weapons maintenance. And then I have another thing of batteries right here. And that just sits in there, right on the back, just like so. I have a lighter with some duct tape. Duct tape can be used as a fire starter. So that's what I have in there. And it's a really good pouch. Kind of has like this rubber-ish material for sealing. I forgot where I got this single pouch from, but just a single pouch with a Kydex insert for a speed reload if needed. This is an IFAC pouch because if I don't want to run the belt, I can put medical, like my individual medical kit in here if I needed it. But since I usually run a belt, this would be for, there's nothing in it right now. This would be for any mission essential equipment or a nods pouch. Throw some padding in there, use it as a nods pouch. And then I have another tourniquet on the other side of my rig that's tied down with shock cord. And another helpful tip is, I don't know how well you can see it. See how this part is tied down at the bottom, but if you don't do that at the top, just make this like a little pull tab and then it can come out very easily. What I'm trying to say is that you do this at the bottom but not up here, and then make a little pull tab so you can get it very easily, or if someone else needs it, they can get it very easily, and then you can just tuck it in there. I did have a grenade pouch in there, but I kind of had it, this is kind of similar to what I ran in the Army, but I don't need a grenade pouch because I'm not going to come across a grenade anytime soon. And if I am, that'd be insane. And then in here, in the radio pouch, I have a normal UV5R ham radio. So in the back, if you don't know, the Tapsrig has pouches in the back, but what they don't tell you is that it kind of makes it stick out further than what it is. Like the profile of this is not that bad. I don't know how well I can show that. It's not that bad. But once you stuff, ooh, losing my balance here. Once you stuff the pockets in here, it kind of makes it a little more bulky. So what I have in here is a VS17 panel for marking, signaling. I also have my push-to-talk wire routed through here so it's not all messy. Let me move this out of the way. Put this over. So in here is my admin. I have my notebooks. I have like 3 notebooks in here, one for journaling, the other to write important stuff down. I have a map carrier with no map in it because I need a new map with the protractor and a map marker. And also, I don't know why this is in there. It's like one of those cheap fire starter paracord bracelets. It's just in there just because. Then I have a little Bible in here. And then in the side, I don't run anything right here just to help with profile and having it snug to my body. So that's the chest rig. Like this is my chest rig that I would grab and my go-to. I have a couple others, but this is the one that's my go-to that I would grab. So this is my belt that I would use in conjunction with that chest rig. Took the mag out to put it somewhere else, but got this carabiner. Well, first, this belt is a Triple G belt. Don't know the name of it. It was a gift from my team leader when I was in. But I have a dual pistol pouch here, Kydex insert, retains mags pretty well. Then I have a Showback Tactical, like triple mag pouch that holds 6 mags, but I cut it. And I don't really use these. I can throw 2 extra mags in here if I want, but I don't. These also have inserts in it, to keep the mags retained, because if you ever tried to retain a mag with these little holders in, very annoying. But I rock 2 on the belt. This is a dump pouch made by Rothco. Also a gift from my team leader. I didn't buy it. Stows up pretty nice. I always hear people say that you shouldn't run a dump pouch because it dangles. You know, you're not going to get supplied like you were in the service, or you're not going to get resupplied with mags or anything, so you should probably run a dump pouch to keep your magazines. This is a T-Rex Arms GP pouch that I modified to hold some Swift clips here, and I use it as my IFACT because it's pretty easy to open and stuff. And it holds a marker really well. Cat tourniquet that is also held in by Bungee. Safariland holster adapter that right now has a T-Rex Arms holster in it for a Glock. This was pre-Lucas leaving T-Rex Arms, so this is a justified purchase. But I have a bunch of different holsters for different stuff. This is just the one that I have on there right now. So this is what I use with the chest rig that I showed you earlier. Yeah, now I'm going to show you my other kits. And again, you guys seen all these in the previous video, but now I'm just going in depth on what they are. So this is my other chest rig build. This is a kind of lighter weight. So on the side here, we're going to start from my right to my left. On the side here, just a general purpose pouch. Can fit whatever you throw in here. Not whatever, but fits pretty good stuff. This floor is atrocious to kneel on. 1 sec. So like I said, just a normal GP pouch with nothing in it for now, but holds notebooks, stuff like that. Can fit one smoke grenade or a couple flashbangs. I don't know who's it made by. I don't know if it says it anywhere. No, I don't see it. The rig itself is just this part. This is an Amazon special that, again, I spray painted to help with glow under nods, but it's held up pretty nice. Like I said, not all Amazon gear is bad. Buy what you can afford. There's some steals on there. Has 2 Kydex inserts. I stole the 3rd one, so this one's retained by Bungie. There's not a lot of stuff in here because a lot of the stuff is in my main chest rig that I use, and if I grabbed this one, I would swap it, but what would go in here is I'd keep my compass in here, the binos, the lighter would go in here, easy access to stuff. Right here is a pistol pouch. Well, it's 2 pistol pouches, but I use one for an actual pistol mag. Here, got my Gerber multi-tool. Here is a knockoff Just a pouch from Spirited Systems that also holds a pistol mag and a rifle mag. You know, I'm not gonna be the guy that says just as good, but you know, I didn't want to spend the full money on one to turn out I didn't like it, so I'm still debating if I like it, and if I like it, I'll get the other one. I have a flag under the Velcro to help with doing that and stuff, because without this, it's a pain in the ass to get this off. But again, nothing in here besides VS17 panel. What I'd have in here is like my notebook, my map, stuff like that. I'd use this as an admin, really. Right here, I don't remember where this pouch is from, but holds my UV5R radio. And down here I have a shellback dangler pouch that would hold extra medical. Ooh, it's not zipping. Extra medical, but right now I just have a notebook in there. Let's see what else I have in here. Notebook, some spare batteries, and a headlamp is what I got in there. So that's for this one, but the belt I would use for this is the load bearing belt, because you only carry 4 mags in here. And like I said in my other video, if you're just rocking a slick plate carrier with not a lot of ammunition, and mind you, this is civilian, not military, where you can go back and get resupplied and all that nonsense, have more mags on you. So this is the load bearing belt you saw in the other video that works in conjunction with that chest rig. So starting again from my right to left is a US Army issue DCU pouch that I got for like $3. I think this was like, this is a knockoff Spiritus pouch, but I got it as a gift. I throw my pistol in here and then use this to retain it so I can carry a pistol, because I did have a holster, like a Safari Lane holster on here, but it was a drop leg and it wasn't comfortable. Like 10 minutes after putting it on and like finicking with it, I was like, wow, that really sucks. So this is what I throw my pistol in. Works great. DCU canteen holder with canteen. Kind of matched the theme, didn't want it too mismatchy. Oh, the belt itself is a US Marine Corps issue load bearing belt for like 50 bucks. US Marine Corps issue rucksack pouch. You can use for sustainment, keep some meals in here, keep food, water in here. Could also work as a dump pouch too. You know, kind of serves a dual purpose. Freaking falling over here. US Army med pouch, or IFAK pouch. That is completely loaded with the IFAK. And the chest rig that I showed you before, not this one, but the TAPS rig I showed you before, this is the insert that would go in there. It's not the current issue one, it's the old one, but still works the same. US Army issue tourniquet pouch with a cat tourniquet inside of it. Freaking falling over, dude. I have no balance. Another US Army issue DCU double mag pouch. These are great mag pouches. Fairly cheap too. I forgot who's this by. I forgot what brand this is by, but it's a fairly cheap pistol pouch. Keep an extra pistol mag. And then yet again another double mag pouch for a total of 2, 4, 6, 10 mags. Each kit that I have carries a total of 10 mags plus one in the gun. So 11 is this rig and this belt. Another thing I forgot to mention is this is the knife I was talking about that was on the other rig, but kind of gets in the way. So I have it on this one. It's a Glock field knife. Very good knife. T-Rex arms, tourniquet pouch with the tourniquet and trauma shears. The slit carrier I use in conjunction with my chest rig is the old T-Rex arms AC1. You know, it's not that bad of a rig, or it's not that bad as a plate carrier. I'm probably at some point gonna upgrade to a Wetworks one, Wetworks slit carrier, because I heard they're pretty nice, but then again, it gets the job done. And it does have plates in it. This is my Shellback. I forgot which type of plate carrier it is from Shellback, but Shellback plate carrier. It's not that bad. The only reason I haven't upgraded to a better one is because I use chest rigs more, but it does what I want it to. Up front, I got the T-Rex arms admin pouch. Nice pouch. I forgot what brand this triple mag pouch placard is from, but 6 mags in the front, plus 7 so it can carry a combat load. This cummerbund is not the greatest. If you put the Shellback side armor inserts in it, it's more rigid, makes it better, but I don't have them. But it can hold stuff in the cummerbund. This is where I would throw my radio. This pouch right here has nothing in it, but you know, equipment I would need would go in here. Basic equipment would go in there. On the side, I have another Amazon special, which is some form of some sort of taco mag pouch. Holds with the bungee retention. I have it upside down because it's easier to pull a mag out this way than bring it up this way. I run upside down single mag pouches a lot, like I showed you in the first chest rig. I have this little knife in here that would probably be better suited for the chest rig I showed you. See if it'll focus. No, not gonna focus. But yeah, I also have, this is the dangler I was talking about that comes with the insert. That is from Amazon also, and I run slick side unless I absolutely need to run something right here just for easy draw with the pistol. And on the back, I forgot where this is from, but this is only used to hold my bladder, nothing really else. Can't really get to it if I need something on it, but if I'm really running bulk cutters, I might throw them in here, but not really doing that. But this is it. It's nice. It's not that bad. It gets the job done. And the belt I'm running is the same belt. The belt I run with this one is the same one I run with the TAPS rig, which you guys already seen already. Lastly is my helmet. I forgot who I bought this from, but it's not OpsCore or Team Wendy or anything. I think it's only rated for shrapnel, which is, you know, fine with me, because if I get hit in the head with anything, even a 22, I probably would want to die anyway. But just a normal rinky-dink high-cut helmet. Got some Earmore M32, little 2-pore for Peltors. I got these are fairly cheap, but just a, oh my gosh, why am I blanking on it? Basic old school strobe 14 Rhino mount. I don't even have nods, but I've had this. And then I have my old frickin' what's it called? Goggles. They're just there just in case it gets a little windy. But that's my helmet setup. Got this old Pat Scrim. This Pat Scrim has been through the ringer.